was just thinking about this.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to double honors to the elder apostles as well as the elder bishops that labor to teach us this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word, truth, sincerity, and indeed. We are a branch of the branch of Great Millstone, Chicago. We have some very, very honored with us, man. And we coming back to give y'all some more of it. The why?
Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before they have all prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And I got a quick scripture to tell you why. All right, because every kingdom of this kingdom, if somebody can get that Daniel 4 and 17.
Brother, I was on my way too as soon as you said that. But let them on the brothers get it.
I just found out myself.
Go ahead.
This Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and a demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men.
So right now, we're in the last kingdom of this present temporal evil world, because in this present temporal evil world, it was set up with the different kingdoms that would rise and then rule for a time and then ultimately fall, right? Now, in Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 8, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. All right, and so here it is, because of unrighteous dealings. All right, a kingdom goes down, a people that's ruling goes down. All right, and so this is the ultimate will of the Father till we get to the eternal righteous kingdom, where it's going to be ruled in righteousness with the righteousness of the Father, mind you. All right, and so we're here to prophesy, all right, all the downfalls of these kingdoms, and right now we're in the last kingdom of this present temporal evil world.
Right. The scripture clearly says that the first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
That's right.
Because you got to remember in that scripture, when you read it, it said the basis of men.
Right.
So you got this low-level, monstrous people who are not fit for leadership ruling the world.
Yeah.
All right, you can just drive 5 minutes from here, go over on Plymouth Court, and see how disarrayed the city is without the Michael situation. All right, and Esau's setting up this society to fall. All right, the system is being overwhelmed as we speak. As we stand here, the system is being overwhelmed. There's no wisdom left in teaming. Right? And they think that they're going to be able to control this chaos when it comes, and they're not.
Yep. Hey, and this is all part of measuring the time, like the scripture says, so we can know what time it is. See? Because ultimately the Lord is coming with that fire, all right, that indignation, right? And so you want to be able to escape it. And the prophets are here to tell you, all right, and warn you of the pending doom and how to escape it.
And Salaki, brother, and we're seeing the decay of this whole place. It's all falling apart. It's all imploding. You know, from the infrastructure to the economic, values of this country to the moral values of this country, everything is collapsing.
That's part of the signs.
That's it.
That's part of the telltale signs that the scriptures left to let you know these things are happening.
It's in Job chapter 20, verse 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Turn it up, Joe.
Like brothers are saying, this dude Esau was set up for Heavenly Father, and now we at the point where this dude got to end, because it was never set up for the wickedness to reign forevermore. It was only written that Yahweh Shai's kingdom to come would be the kingdom that was set up to reign forevermore. Right about now, what the Heavenly Father is showing us is that what happens with wickedness will the planet Earth. So we all witnessing what is the results, right, when wickedness rule the earth, and you see it ain't fun, you know? You see it ain't cool.
Yep. And that's why, you know, this present temporal evil world is here. It's for a purpose, right? I'm gonna bring out this Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, verse 7. It says, "For the potter, tempering soft earth, fashioning every vessel with much labor for our service. Yea, of the same clay he maketh both the vessels that serve for clean uses, and likewise also such as serve to the contrary. But what is the use of either sort? The potter himself is the judge." You see, so there's a use, all right, for this present temporal evil world. That's why Romans 15:4 says, "Whatsoever thing was written aforetime was written for our learning." So now we see that all these mindsets that's contrary to the mindset of the Most High God, we see where it gets you. We see that it leads to death. It leads to a downfall. You can't rule forever with the mindsets of carnality.
Right, the disruption of the family. All right, let me read this one. This is Jeremiah 49:7. It says, "Concerning Edom," right, the basis of men, all right, "Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the pruning? Is that wisdom vanished?" So you got this basis of man, the Edomites that are ruling, right? And like we were saying, you're looking at the decay of the physical infrastructure, you're looking at the decay of the financial infrastructure, and you're looking at the decay of the family structure. Everything's all messed up, man, with this alphabet madness, right? I was watching a video, which I intend to do a lesson on, Lord willing, but real quick, the lady said that the lady is one of the counselors, and she played, and basically, she's giving counseling to couples, and she said that now women are complaining of the same things with other women. She said she's starting to believe that women are the problem, that women are inherently evil because these are women who no longer are with men, and they're with women, and they're complaining of the same things that they were complaining of with men. All right, so she's saying, and she said the number one thing among these women with this alphabet lifestyle is domestic violence. They beat on each other, and infidelity. They cheat on each other. So she just could have stayed with her man, and kept her family together.
That's it. And
You see?
and she wouldn't have to worry about a goddamn rubber dildo.
There you go, you keep right out my mouth.
There it is, right? Smelling all funny and getting yeast infections and all this other weird shit. All right, but hey, like you said, there's no more wisdom left in Teman because when the wicked rule,
That's it.
you know,
Hey, anything goes. When the wicked rules, anything goes.
This is the book of Proverbs 29:2. It says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn."
Now you gotta
That's
read the
what's going on
16th
right now,
verse.
all over the world. All right.
Proverbs 29:16, it says, "When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increasing, but the righteous shall see their fall."
See, and you got to be able to piece it together. You know, like when it says that when the wicked beareth rule, transgression increaseth. So then when did that happen? When the Greeks came into power. That's when transgression started to increase, because that's when the wicked first took over the world. And that was the beginning of their downfall.
Yep.
Esau's the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
And like I always say, and I was telling the bros the other day, well, the evil seed was planted, you know, from the beginning of time, because this present temporal evil world is just that, evil, and it was the evil seed that was planted. Now, each and every day, evil was growing, all right, and it was, I like to say, it was an addition, right? But then, like what the apostle said, when Edom came into power and calling themselves the Greeks at that time, during the time of like Alexander the Great and so on and so forth, that's when the scripture says evils, forget addition, evils multiplied then.
That's right.
Because you got something?
Because they were already in the earth.
That's it.
You know?
That's it.
Last one, this is Psalms 12:8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
Beautiful. See? That's the vilest men are exalted right now. Folly is set in great dignity right now. All right, the foundations of the earth are out of course right now. And so instead of a paradise, all right, and only it could be a paradise if it's ruled with what the Most High calls righteousness.
Right.
You can't establish your own righteousness.
That's right.
You see? But if you do, well then this is the results. What's going on in the world right now when the vilest man is exalted, man.
Right.
And you know what? I can give you a great example of what you just said. We're close, look, Lake Michigan is right literally, we can walk there in 10 minutes or less from where we're standing, all right? That's one of the biggest bodies of water in America, all right, within America. All right, it's also one of the deepest lakes in America. You got parts of Lake Michigan that are as deep as the oceans. All right, so we got the Chicago River this way, Chicago River that way. We can't go to them and put cups in them and drink. Why is that?
I know, you gotta wear a condom jumping in that bitch swimming.
Damn. So that goes to show you that the earth is completely and totally out of course.
Yep.
That this man, the earth is in dire need of new management.
And it's coming.
Right? And the Lord is setting it up. And guess what? You're looking at the new management.
That's right.
Whether you like it or not, man, whether you accept it or not. You're looking at the new management. You brothers got scriptures.
I got one real quick. This is 2 Ezra 4 and 28 concerning what Yaakov said, because he always says some shit. Hey, Lord, to the Spirit. Hey, this 2 Ezra 4 and 28. It says, but it's concerning the things whereof, because he said we see, but concerning the things, these niggas ain't been outside all, what, 3 weeks?
Come on, make some
3 weeks? Yeah. This is 2 Ezra 4 and 28. It says, but as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee.
Start at verse 26.
Come. This is 2 Ezra 4 and 26. Then he answered. Then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel. For the world hasteth fast to pass away, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in the time to come. And time to come, for this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. And we are in the prelims of the destruction with this chaotic shit going around, as it says in 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter, starting at the 1st verse. The highest is beginning to visit the earth which he made. All right? It says, verse 29, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then it cannot come that is sown with good. So we want this destruction to happen.
Exactly.
And anybody that don't want it understands that they're filthy.
Well,
you know?
they love death.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And then you got them camps that are trying to duck and dodge Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
the one that sometimes be across the street.
Yeah, it's a little too chilly for their pepper today. Pause. This I got a little more to it. This is the point. This is verse 30. It says, for the grain of the evil seed have been sown. Because the apostle had went into the first Maccabees 1 and 9. But this is the seed. It says, for the grain of evil seed have been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning. How much more ungodliness have it brought up to this time? And how much shall it yet bring forth to the time of threshing come? So he said from the time of Adam, all right, to Ezra time, then from the time of Ezra to now. That's a lot of fucking wickedness, man. So from the time of Adam to the time of Ezra and the prophets to our time right now, this is the time of threshing. Yahweh Shai is the grim reaper. That's why when you read the book of Revelations, he said he put a sickle in it. That's where they get that imagery from. He said the blood shall be from one end of the earth to another, up to the horse's bridle. This is the time of threshing. This is the time of threshing. And if you are, hey, like I say all the time, anybody outside of that Psalms, the 91st chapter cover is fucked. I don't care what you know. I don't care who you know. I don't care how many times you $20 fell out of some old bitch pocket and you gave it back to her. The Lord is not fucking around, man.
Yeah. The Lord said he got to sacrifice a Basra.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of people got to die.
That's right.
This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 16. It says, when the wicked are multiplied, transgressions increase, but the righteous shall see their fall. And there goes that word multiplied again. But like it says in Maccabees, the brother brought up the Maccabees, which is the Greek history.
Wait till these folks
Yeah,
they came back.
We get Dom and them.
Dom and them came back.
And we get the Rough Riders.
Yeah.
But they've been they've been absent for like 4 weeks. They ain't been coming to camp. These niggas making the noise, but now they got.
They come to Willies right on the sidewalk.
Yeah, they gonna come. Yeah,
They got fucking demons on. That's Babylon. But like I said, man, when the wicked are multiplied, transgressions increase. Just like them damn bastards told us that civilization started with the Greeks. No, civilization's been started. People been had kingdoms. You had the Babylonian Empire, which was a very splendorous empire. But when Esau got into rulership, that bastard brought wickedness on a whole nother level. Especially during the Hellenistic period, when he Hellenized the whole damn world. And made people do a lot of things based after them goddamn freaky ass gods. You know? But it said the righteous shall see their fall. So like the brother is saying, this is what we're looking for. This is what we want to happen, because this is the only way we can get our kingdom, you know?
Yeah. Hey, this place got to go down in order for the kingdom to come up.
Yeah.
You know?
I read an article, did a lesson on it the other day. And the article said that Alexander came during the period of time between the Old and the New Testament when God stopped dictating what happened in the world and Alexander did. I was like, this is the proudest shit I ever.
Yeah.
It actually made me mad, man, so I went in on it.
The pride of thine heart has deceived thee.
The pride of their heart deceived them. Hits proved to me yet again that they are very well aware of the Apocrypha.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why they removed it.
Oh, yeah.
Because the Apocrypha shows you that wickedness came into the earth when the so-called white man, self-proclaimed white man, came into rulership.
Yeah, because that's why they say that they're Japhet, because they took over those regions in Europe that were ruled by dark-skinned people that were known as the true Japhites.
Yeah.
You know, like Europe, you know, all throughout Europe, you know, Germany, what they call Germany, France, Italy, you know, the Mediterranean, those islands, those are all run by so-called black, you know, people. Not the so-called Negroes in America, not the so-called Africans in Africa, the Hamites, but the Japhetic people, that they were originally dark-skinned. As the elder said, you know, the Etruscans, you had the Minoans. Now, when you look at the picture of Minoans, they show you wall reliefs of them, and some of them, the men, you know, are painted like a brown, you know, like a medium brown, and the women are painted white. And then people say, oh, that's because some of them were white, some of them were brown. No. When you research that history, the reason why the women were painted as white and the men were painted as brown was to distinguish the female from the men. Because if you notice, they all have the same long hair, you know? So those people that were there, like the Etruscans, they have another people called the Picts, which is short for pictorial people, because they used to put tattoos all over their bodies. So the Romans call them the pictorial people, the picture people, or the Picts, you know?
It's like the Samoans today.
Exactly.
Like Rakish. Them niggas look like
The
Rakish.
Samoans, the Polynesians, they love sleeves and they have their whole neck, their whole arm, one whole leg.
Yeah, so we talk about the dark-skinned people uniform of the Greek. So it's first Maccabees 1 and 1, then I'm going to jump down. And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim.
Now hold it right there. In the article, it talked about his father Philip. And Macedonia, they took over, it's just like the apostle said. They first took over Europe. So right here it's telling you that he's going to get to it. It says he was the first in his stock, I believe, to rule over Grecians, right? It's letting you know that they weren't the same people. Go ahead.
Said, like had mentioned Darius, king of the Persians, and me, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece.
And that was the battle of Galba. All right, it was the final battle, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe they fought 3 battles. Right? And it turns out that Darius, his own people killed him. Matter of fact, I think it was one of his cousins. His own people killed him because they were trying to get Darius to surrender and let's just be a vassal state. We can get along. We ain't got to keep fighting and dying against these people. All right? And Darius was on that, I ain't giving up. Fuck that. And so the people got tired of fighting and losing. And like, we're going to lose everything when we could just, this army is too great. You see, look how much we lose. Anyway, they end up killing Darius. All right? That's actual history. The Bible was right on point, man. we tell you that the Bible was the most accurate history book that was ever written, right? And for them to fix their lips to say that the Lord stopped dictating history during the time of the Old and New Testament, Alexander did. They're going to show you how, they're going to show you how proud these damn devils.
But he was listening to the prophets.
Yeah,
Alexander got the, hey, that's the spirit.
Yeah.
Alexander was listening to the prophets, man. The prophets told him. Hey,
Josephus wrote that in his chronicle.
there you go. Alexander, hey, Cristobal Colon, all these dudes, they knew that the prophets was right. And they all learned that from the Bible.
Right. But remember, Daniel's 11th chapter.
Yeah.
Which is started at the top. And Daniel wrote that during the time of the Babylonian Empire.
That's right.
So it was already written what would happen before Alexander even came on the scene. So he didn't dictate nothing. You know?
And so down to verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. And his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them many years, and evil were multiplied in the earth.
And them Edomites, as soon as they got into power, they killed Alexander's son. All right? They killed his seed off so that it wouldn't continue with him. They got rid of his line, and then they all started infighting. They couldn't even get it. And they said, and right before they said such honorable men that were brought up, one shit honorable about it. As soon as he died, they started plotting and infighting. And they ain't stopped yet. That's why history repeats itself, because Esau is about to wipe out Esau.
Yes.
All right? Because the Russians are not Japhet, they eat them too.
That's right.
All right?
That's right, bro. And with that, what happened with the four generals, which is Lysimachus, Cassander, Ptolemy, and Seleucid, they went into war, like the brother is saying, and that's called the War of the Diaduchi, which is a Greek word of saying the successors. And they went at it to the point where they was consuming each other, and all you had left was the king of the south that you find in Daniel's 11, and the king of the north going at it with each other, which is the Ptolemy and the Seleucid empires.
Now, not only Isaiah 19:1, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud that shall come into Egypt, and the idol of Egypt shall be moved of his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
They're ready to do that right now.
That's right.
These Edomites are ready to get at each other, man. The left is completely separated from the right. As a matter of fact, now just how you had all those food places that got systematically burnt, all of a sudden they all started catching on fire mysteriously, one after another. Guess what is happening to now? Now it's happening to all the ammo. So all the gun legislation got met with resistance because Esau ain't gonna let you take the blessing. So all the gun legislation got met with resistance. Now all these gun manufacturers are now all of a sudden mysteriously starting to light up on fire and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'm watching to see if it just keeps, because not right now, it's been two in barely a week's time. Wow. All right, and one of them was one of the main suppliers for civilians. And now they cut off all their civilian accounts, and now they're only dealing with the military. And the one thing that they make the most is 5.56, right? Which is what most people in America, the lawful gun owners, have 5.56 and 223, and that's what they make. All right, and those are NATO ball rounds, military grade for NATO as well, man. All right. Meanwhile, you got all these insurgents that came across the border. That's waiting for their phone to go off. Right. Next thing you know, they gonna start marching.
And they're not gonna have no type of emotions of what they're doing to America.
That's right.
They're gonna enjoy
That's
it.
right, brother.
Because these are the same people that had suffered their families being blew up, their fathers, mothers raped by American soldiers,
That's right.
Westerners in general,
colonizers, and they're gonna take it all out.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 3 and 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against Satan and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end. So this place is completely divided on all different type of levels, man. Okay? So it what? So it can't stand and it has to end, and we're seeing the end of this place is manifest, man. It says in the book of Ezekiel, evil and only evil is come. The end is come, the end is come, and watch it for thee. Behold, it is come. Right. So that's what everybody is beholding. All right, everybody is beholding, everybody is seeing the end of America and Edomite rulership.
That's right. Yeah. And so it's funny. I sent out a video to a few of the brothers yesterday with this Edomite. They filming him running through the house. You know, he clearing every room. And the guys were running behind him with the camera. And he was on point because he wasn't missing shit. Every room he came in, he hit every target. Then he ran to the window and shot outside. Put the target outside. Right? Then he ran to the end and went down the rope to outside. And they were timing. And Esau is ready, physically and mentally, for your Jakes. The flip side of it, just like the brother just said, these Edomites are preparing for Jake. The Lord got him in a trick bag because they're going to be fighting each other. They're going to be fighting each other. Plus, they're going to be fighting these insurgents. It's gonna be a complete and total free for all. Right? But you're gonna have fun then. Like he said.
It's gonna be
right?
a melee, man.
You have the urban element versus suburban element.
They showed you that movie with what I saw with the nigga Batista.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed you that. Both of them was in their grandma's living room. They got strapped. They said, "Alright, fuck it." Esau came, fuck it. The police, everybody.
We even had the small hatters out there trying.
Yeah, everybody. This shit was a melee, man.
Yeah, you talking about the bush thing?
No shit.
As soon as it started, the girl's boyfriend, he blew up. He's on fire.
He's on fire.
She has to fend for herself after that point.
Real quick. Did she go find another fucking woman to help her? Did the feminists? No. She ain't gonna find a group of bitches to play Wonder Woman and I Am Woman Hit Me War. She went to get out this big nigga Batista, man. Come on, man.
Little boy by chick, Emily chick about this tall, about 105 pounds, standing in the middle whooping all these men. It's like, you know, disarming everybody, out shooting them. Using people, she time wicked people. Using dudes as shields. She right, she's using them as shields. Yeah, I'm like, man, come on, man.
Punch that bitch on top of her head.
That's why so many compilation videos of bitches getting knocked out because feminism. No, I just saw one that's fucking Russian. This bitch ran up on this Russian nigga and then he just recalibrated.
On the bar? Slapped the dog shit out of her. That bitch went flying. She got up.
What's that AOL thing?
Yeah, I seen that. He looked at the reboot. Slapped the fuck out of her, man.
I got one real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Job 8 and 15. He shall lean upon his house, but it shall not stand. He shall hold it fast, but it shall not endure. So, hey, man, here in America, every system is built on another system, man. So when it goes down, it's going to go down like what they call a domino effect, man. You know, one system doesn't work, you know, even like the shipping industry, man. You know, they got the way they do it is like when they putting cars and shit together, like they have a set time when they can get those parts, man. Like they need those parts at a certain time. Like they order them from different places. So I remember during the scandemic, they had a big crisis with that shit, man.
What's called purposeful obsolescence. And purposeful obsolescence is just like these phones and these cars, things that are made to stop working. That's right. So that you get, you know, so that now my stuff got working. Now I got to go to him to get another part, right? And I got to go to him to get another part, all right? It's just so they can continue to make money. But everything's made to just break down. I'll give you another quick example. It wasn't until about, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was about 20 years ago that they actually connected the water to the power grid. All right, the drinking water, it wasn't connected to the power grid, but now it is, and that's in every major city. So throughout LA, throughout Chicago, New York, the three of the biggest cities in the world, for that matter, and the other big cities. It's all the same way. It wasn't that way in the past. That's not logical thinking. That's right. Because it's like, well, if the power go off, at least we can drink water. We can get water. We can clean ourselves. We can cook food. You know, we can take. Without water, man, it's gonna. The disease is going to set in very, very quick.
And these water sources here in America, especially great.
And they're tainted already.
It's already tainted. All these factories that be off the steel mill and everything that's off here, they say you go taste that water, you take they have to treat that water, and then they treat it with all kind of chemicals anyway, so it's already messed up. Yeah. But that fluoride and everything, but that water is not good to drink.
And they also don't filter out all the drugs.
That's right.
Because that's another thing of what makes the water so fucked up is that. We live in a society, we were talking about that earlier, there's no wisdom left in people. Right. That you drink from the same supply of water that your urine and waste goes into. So when they filter and clean the water again, to recircle it back through, to recycle it back through, they don't have filters for all the Ritalin and the Xanax and all that bullshit, the women's stuff so they think you can't get pregnant. And then that's another, it is jacking men up. All right? Your rod not working the way it used to or the way it's supposed to. You're constantly getting bombarded with poisons. Via the air, the food, and the water. This man has declared war on everyone, including his own people.
He that is evil to himself.
Somebody grab that.
I got this is 2nd Ezra. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
Yeah, because you better believe it. All right. When they find out that when Bob found out that Tom got bottled water in his basement. All right.
Oh yeah. Come on, buddy.
It's like, yeah, you got to give me at least a case of that, Bob.
Yeah. Come on.
And the Tom gonna be like, no, I don't.
Well, I'll take your daughter.
You know? He gonna hit him over the head with a fucking hammer.
Right, and then he gonna turn his head. Right, he gonna look the other way. And lights out.
What's the name of the movie? Get the Divide, I believe.
The Divide.
Yeah, and the dude had stacked up, and right before everything was hitting the fan, one person came in, and another person came in. There was nothing but
he had a bunker. He was basically ready to rat it out by himself. He ended up with like 7, 8 people in there. All right. And they still didn't know about the supplies.
That's right.
But once they found out,
and now you got people running their mouth. You know how many people know that you're a prepper? And then especially the preppers out there on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. Everybody know you're a prepper.
But you got marauders prepping.
Yes.
To go after preppers.
That's right.
All right?
Now, you put that video out a couple years ago. She was like, size up your neighbors. She was prepping. She was like, you guys need to size up your neighbors.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's code word for it, you know what I mean? When the shit get big, shit gonna get real.
Right?
And neighbors watch. Neighbors be watching. They know if you got, food, chicken, and eggs.
We all know you got chicken.
Chicken. Why you gotta tell everybody? But it was my brother, one of my brothers in the world. He lives out in the suburbs, and where one of my guys used to be Yaki's work for, works out in the suburbs, and they know that they're the neighbor who got the bunker in the backyard. And all of them know they got the bunker in the backyard. So let shit hit the fence. And go to Bob's. You know what I'm saying? And they go to Bob's.
Yeah.
Bob's bunker.
At that time.
And if Bob don't have the heart to put them down as they come,
that's right.
He gonna get overrun.
That's it.
Right? He hesitates. Now what he has for himself and his family is gonna be a group of other people.
Good. It's a trick bag. You got this?
Yeah, I got it.
Some more?
At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear of those things that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So this is going back to what the elder was saying about the water grid, man. You know, like, hey, you get hit with an EMP, man, and they most likely gonna blame it on Russia. You know, you ain't gonna have no water too. So he's making everything digital so you can bow down to him.
Yeah.
You know? So like,
and if you do get hit by that EMP, you best believe that sink over there. All right, he gonna get that phone call and go wherever he's supposed to go. Shave his face clean and get put on that uniform with that blue hat. With them weapons that got them bayonets on. All right.
Just going into Haiti right now. people don't think that the UN is active. And why is the UN headquarters here in America?
Hey, look, look, over the last 10 years or so, we've done nothing but cover videos and they show you all this UN equipment that we've got here. Tanks and different MRAPs and all type of vehicles, armored vehicles, light armored vehicles, all right? Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of them. Why are they storing those UN vehicles here in America? Why else are they here? Now, with all these migrants that came across the border, now you got the manpower to operate and use those vehicles, all right? And you best believe them dudes gonna be fouling out of those vehicles right into your neighborhood.
Raping
right?
everybody.
They gonna be pulling up, right? They show you in every damn movie. That's all. Hey, look, what was that movie? Tears of the Sun. That's all the blue hatters do, man. All right.
They rape everything. Yeah, they raping your goldfish, man. Like that.
The time that we're coming in, it's going to be that. You're not going to see a whole bunch of stray cats that are going to be eaten. Right? You ain't going to see a whole bunch of alley rats. Right? You're going to see some dogs, but guess what? The dogs will be eaten too. They're going to be dogs roving, and them that dogs that was barking against each other, hating each other. It's going to be in about 5 minutes, they're going to put them line to that alpha dog, and it'll be a whole pack of dogs roaming these streets.
Hey, back in the days in the 90s on the south side, hey, that's all you saw. You saw groups of dogs in the early 90s and shit. You saw packs of them. You know, usually they didn't fuck with you though, you know what I'm saying? But hey man, in that day the Lord gonna really put a spirit on these animals, man.
Well, a lot of people are not going to be able to feed animals, and they're not going to have the heart to put them down. They're going to let them go. And so you're going to have packs of dogs running around. A lot of people are going to meet their death, their demise.
Somebody get dogs.
That's a horrible way to go. Shalom, mighty man. That's a horrible way to go, man. Right? And I remember that there was a video of this Israelite chick who got attacked. She was walking early in the morning. You remember that video? And her dumb ass, instead of jumping on top of the car and getting up high, she ran out to a field where nobody was, like in a horror movie. Right? She run out there with all the houses and people over here. She runs into the middle of nowhere, you know. And of course, when they found her, she had been, you know.
And speaking of the heart, a lot of these people who work at these zoos gonna have a heart too. No matter they can't feed them and they shut down, they're gonna open them doors to them zoos. You got this one.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 3. And I will acquit over them before God, saith the Lord Yahweh, the sword to slay, the dogs to tear, the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy.
Don't sleep on them birds. Don't sleep on them vultures and them condors, them big ass birds. I saw one picture with the biggest birds, and the guy was right here. The bird had to be about this big. I forgot it's a condor. It can actually fly for over like a whole day. It can go over the ocean. It can go do all kinds for years. They can fly without coming down to the ground.
And you got a lot of hawks right here in Chicago.
Yes.
Big hawks in it. Their wingspan as wide as your windshield.
So now,
right? A lot of them. And right here in Lincoln Park, you know, about 2 miles that way in Lincoln Park, I've seen, what do you call them things with the long beak, the old hateful ass, them herons. They got them herons up there, man. So you got a lot of hateful birds in here already, man.
And if you're injured and you can't get anywhere, and they're carry-on birds that they eat meat, you're going to be eaten. They'll pick you up and they'll eat you while you're alive. That's why in the old movies, you see the cowboy movies,
they start circling.
They start circling around you, waiting till you get weak enough where you can't get up and try to run. And once they see you can't really move, they coming down and eat you alive.
I appreciate it. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5:17. He shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. So the Lord did that before. Didn't he fuck up them Hamites with hornets and bees and shit? You know what I mean? Candyman type shit, man.
Hey, it was
what you got?
Serpents, all type of shit, man. So in that day, you ain't gonna have to worry about catching a dog. You got to worry about a dog catching your ass.
It was just a video of a cop getting out of his car because a bunch of bees was attacking a certain neighborhood, man. And the cop was, fat ass cop, man. Yeah, he fell down and shit. The bees was just stinging the shit out of this nigga, man. And but it seemed like the damn news people was getting a kick out of it, like, because they kept playing it like for a long time. Like, oh, this is just terrible. He just rolling on the ground and shit. This is horrible. Them niggas probably laughing at his man.
Got precept. This is Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine.
So your dog makes you get raised and you put a buck, man. When the Lord put the spirit on that animal, he's going to make the damn duck around. Right? You know? That's what he's going to do, man, because he promised.
And these weird Edomites that have these pets that are not supposed to be pets. Right. You got a lot of people in America that's weird, man, and these Europeans as well, that own animals that are not domesticated animals. Right. You got people, a lot of people that actually have pet bears. Pet bears and like big cats and stuff, right? You know, a bobcat, you know, it's not like the biggest of the cat, but a bobcat will kill an adult bear. Right? A cat is way stronger than a human.
Then when he was 6 feet and Roy niggas
Yeah, a Bengal tiger.
Yeah, by
His tiger crushed his skull.
I got a quick one because the brother's explaining that the animals are going to destroy the wicked, but what's the scripture say concerning the wild animals concerning us? This is Hosea 2:18. It says, and in that day will I make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field.
That's right.
And with the fowls of the heaven. That's crazy. Y'all were talking about, you know, dogs, and then y'all start talking about birds. Well, the Lord gonna make a covenant with us with them. That's right. They're gonna help us like Elijah.
That's right. You know? That's right. Man, so you're gonna have a man of the Lord, he gonna have a whole pack of dogs just walking with him.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
That's right. It makes me think of the Avatar series. That at the end, all the animals came with them to come against Esau. Right? That's
that was beautiful.
Yes.
Well, yes, you shall be a lead.
Oh, I got that right here.
Come on, come on.
Job chapter 5 verse 23, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
Some of the beasts?
No, all of them. With thee.
All the beasts. Yes. All right, so we'll be able to, and we had that power back in the day. Adam had the power to name all the animals. He didn't do it from this. No, let's say that's a lion over there. No, they came up to him. He named all the animals. Noah had power over the animals, man. They all fouled up, and not one of the animals got out of order on that ark. Not one. All right, we have that power because we are the sons of God, man.
Right. Job chapter 5 verse 22, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh.
Because that's what's going to bring all this madness. And that madness is at hand. This madness isn't like 2-3 years down the road. This could actually happen next month. You know, it's that close, man. Yeah. Right?
Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
Go. Man shall be more precious than the finest gold. Right? So if you so for you women out there that a man of the Lord hasn't chosen you, but you can't choose him. You can't come running with that meat. You know all that we were just talking about that demonic gas, that damn TikTok, that damn Instagram. You know, if you go in there trying to do something edifying, all of a sudden you see ass and titties. Next thing you know, it's a half hour later. You still, damn, I'm wasting all this time. Right. You know? No, but it's a demon, man. But then, right. You got 15, 20 claims. You know? But the whole thing is that a lot of those women that you enjoy physically, you're not even gonna really want them. Because you're gonna be able to see. And I want a woman that looks like that, but I don't want a woman that puts herself out there like that. You know, it's just like how I want a chick who's into jiu-jitsu just so I can have a broad that, you know. But then again, I don't want some chick that's rolling with everybody. You know, she wrapping her legs around everybody. Right. I'm like, you know what? No.
And then all that's gonna be put back in order. So you women gonna get humbled in that.
They gonna get humbled. All right? Because why? Because men gonna be in league. Men of the Lord, that is.
The Lord said man's gonna be a covert.
So when everybody's hungry and scared and said put death on the left of you, death on the right of you, 1,000 on this side, 10,000 on that side, right? The men of the Lord is gonna be going to be that tall tree keeping the sun up.
It's Isaiah 32, and I start at 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. That king, starting with Yahweh Shai Mashiach, and the princes ruling in judgment is the rest of the elect. King David, it says in the 1 Corinthians, every man in his own order. So those men, right now, what those men are doing is prophesying the downfall of this vile society. The same men that's going to rule with Mashiach Yahweh Shai is the same men that's out here blowing the trumpet, man. Right. Verse 2, it says the real high value man. It don't matter how much money you make in that day because the dollar's going to collapse.
They're going to cast their money in the street.
Right. It says, riches profit not in the day of evil, but righteousness delivereth from death. Yeah. So if you haven't been living righteously, then you're not going to get delivered from all the plagues that's going to come upon this place. Right. Verse 2, it says, a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind. The wind is the destruction. A man, so that shows you who's the prize. A man is going to be, and not just any man, all right? It says gold is trying to fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. That's the man that's going to be more precious than fine gold. A man that's been enduring trials and tribulations for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, it didn't mention no prophetess.
Right, right.
All right, ain't no prophetess gonna be a shelter for the people.
It says, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place.
See, now, you know how the Lord give you that analogy. You have to look at that analogy. Read it again, Bible Michelle.
It says, a man shall be as an hiding place
so
from
you got
the
a
wind.
man right here, all right? Go ahead.
And a covert from the tempest.
Okay, so have you ever been in the storm? How many minutes you need to be in the storm to get you desire to get out that storm? Right. Now you don't got no awning.
Seconds.
Brother, seconds, brother. Right. You don't have no awning. Don't let it be cold. Yeah. All right? But don't let that wind be blowing. You have tornadoes that will lift a bus and buildings and take them away. The Lord said that man will protect you from that. That's right. All right, go ahead.
It says, as rivers of water in a dry place.
Have you ever been in the desert and been thirsty and had nothing to drink? You start having mirages, hallucinations, and seeing mirages. You say, "Oh, there you go," and then come up there and there's nothing there. Oh, I thought I saw a pudding cat, and it's not. All right, and then you sit there trying to eat and drink sand. All right, the Lord said that man is a hiding place. But now we got women talking about their false pictures. All right. So we're going to see in that day if this scripture's going to stand or them bitches going to stand.
And you know what? Right. Now, I can promise you this. I don't know if I'm going to get beamed up. I pray that I do. But I know not one boss bitch going to get beamed up.
Hallelujah.
That much I know for sure.
That's right.
Right. Ain't no boss bro going to be on no chariot.
Right.
It says, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
You ever been in 100-degree temperature plus? All right, and with humidity all the way to the top index, all right, and you finally see a big rock or a little cave just coming out of that into the shade. It's going to get 10, 15 degrees cool right there. That's that man.
I'll jump down to verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters.
Let me show you an example. By show of hands, how many brothers have not had a problem with a woman? Raise your hand. Ha! This brother?
No, you lying.
You ain't never had a problem with a woman?
How many women you been with?
I ain't never had a female.
There you go. There you go. Hey, that's a wise man. Right? Hey, now,
I ain't gonna say all that.
Paul was a wise man. All right, so, hey, look, the camera, look, turn around. See, there you go. They're gonna turn this bitch up. Wow. People don't know what's coming down the pipe, man. People don't know. It's about to get really grimy. All the days of those movies you watch, when lawlessness and the road and Dune and all those Eli and all that, those days are coming, man. It's going to those days, that Daniel 12 chapter days.
Yeah, and that's thinking the small had us mad. You got to think, that's a Wabash right there. And not even a mile away, about a quarter of a mile away. Right? And like I always say, more than these high-rise buildings that are around us, it's only about 2 right? So that's real low for Haji and them. That's right. Right? Yeah. But not Haji and them, that's Ella. But for, right, it's
shit smell. Y'all shit smelling now. Yeah, man. And the Lord gonna get you too.
And they ready to hop out. See that weekend, we gonna, as a matter of fact, we're gonna go for about another 20 minutes, half an hour. We don't want to be around when all that kick off. They get ready, because that's less than about an hour from now.
They about to do it right.
They get ready to have Ishmael about to clown.
Now you know this
and guess what? A lot of Edomites are with them.
Of course.
Because the whole world is looking sideways at the small addicts.
Right.
And they greatly despise. When the brothers read the scriptures about a house being divided, Edom is totally divided, man. Right? Because you got Edomites that's riding, even some small addicts that's riding with Ishmael.
Yeah. This injustice.
You know?
That's right. Was it more than that?
Yeah, it says, Isaiah 32:9, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. So as it says in Isaiah 4, in that day shall 7 women.
Isaiah 4:1.
We got started at chapter 3. The last verse.
Perfect.
No, you just niggas deal with the black woman. They know all them pieces of scripture. All these niggas deal with the black woman. They got this shit right off the bat. I ain't making eye contact with no fucking ratchet bitch. Isaiah chapter 3 verse 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
And that's the setting, man. Like we just saw little Hamas and them. All right. Real soon they gonna be riding them trucks. They ain't gonna be handing out fucking shawarma.
What you call that game they play?
Straight up.
What's that game that they play?
Taharus Kamel.
Yeah, them you just saw your Taharus Kamel dudes riding around.
Come on, man. They finna be off the honey, off all type of
yeah,
shit.
and they gonna want to see that walk. They gonna want to see. Well, that's when they shoot. They gonna want to see that twerk. Show us this twerk shit. Right?
Line up in the circle and take the bitch. And it's a game.
They gonna have they had a magic carpet right there.
Right.
Ishmael had a magic carpet, give some blessings to a false god.
That's right.
And they play the game.
Yep.
Yeah, it's called Taharus Kamel. It's a rape game.
The rape game.
They rape. They play games while raping this bro.
Yeah.
Then you know Ishmael hairy and freaky. They shit all around the broad. Shit all around. They do it on
They've been showing they've been coming out the nasty shit that these motherfuckers do, and these nigga women going over there.
Yeah, they come walking up with their camera.
Yeah.
The camera gonna get some too.
Yeah, the camera, the goat.
The dirty bitches.
Call me a Pakistani.
They busty as hell, too. Snake on top of these bitches, you know?
That's right. And don't forget, because we can tell you about these bitches going to these Arab stores and bodegas and shit. They be going to get their little $5 and their squares. They're going to popping up Ishmael in the back. Little babies. Yeah. And they don't do that in the fucking hood.
That's them black bitches y'all be calling the sisters. They be doing that.
My queen.
The queen, yeah, the queen. That's Dubai. Oh, this nigga that's Dubai. He that. It don't matter what she do. She's still the queen of the community. Nigga, shut up. Shut up, nigga. I'm sick of this, man.
That dummy don't know what queen means.
And he probably do.
He's a doctor though.
He's a doctor. A nigga that's
Nah, I
falsified.
seriously doubt if he knows what the
You
word
right.
queen actually means.
No, you right. Them Philly niggas just in the midst. They be listening to the roots all day. And the Lord gonna get rid of you niggas, man. The Lord is gonna get rid of you niggas. That's it. Allah ain't gonna save you niggas. The black woman ain't gonna save her goddamn self, and the Murph ain't either. Nothing. Everybody that came up against this truth is about to be condemned, man. They're about to be condemned and convicted and fucking judged.
That's right. I got it right here.
Read.
This is Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach. The prayer of the humble pierces the clouds,
until it come nigh, he will not be confident.
Hey, look, you praying to false gods. Hey, the scripture said the name of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah is a strong tower. The righteous shall run to it and be saved. Ain't nobody else gonna do it.
All these people that's gonna be dying gonna be calling on Jesus, Jehovah, Allah, all these Krishna. They go as they dying. And it's funny. You would think that these Muslims would realize that Allah ain't helping them because they constantly get bombed and shot up by screaming for Allah.
Allah is
And he ain't help.
selling
I ain't seen him help nobody yet.
Dutch masters.
I don't think it's powerful, but locusts and roaches and everything that come to your Mecca,
To your right.
and climb up your Mecca stone.
And the worst of this, the worst of the worst niggas are you niggas who know you Israelites is wicked. Hey, but that's why the Lord said, many shall say, hey, Yahweh, Yahweh.
Yeah,
the
like-
Lord ain't gonna answer you niggas.
Like that damn nigga. I dislike him now. I hate him. But that damn Floyd Mayweather, man. He gonna take his millions and send it over to the small hats for bulletproof vests and weapons. That's another thing. Here they are disarming Americans, trying to take away their AR-15s, trying to take away their gun rights. Now they're destroying the ammo, but yet they want to. Biden administration is sending guns over to the Israeli citizens. You see the damn hypocrisy?
Clowns, all of them clowns. That's how you know they controlled by them, like the elder call them the small hats. Finish that one, G.
All right, this is about the elect that's praying to the Lord. He said, he will not be confident and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. For Yahweh will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them till he has smitten asunder the loins of the unmerciful and repay vengeance to the heathen. Till he have taken away the multitude of the proud and broken the scepter of the unrighteous.
Hey, that should crush your nuts, scripture, man. He said he gonna smite. He gonna smite you, Edomites, man. As a matter of fact, he said he's gonna uproot you out the earth, man. He says you got to get kicked out the garden, man, because you didn't know how to act, man. It says he shall be chased out of the world, man. You know? He said he shall not have son, nephew, no seed.
No resurrection to life.
Yeah. So hey, you're the only heathen that's designated for extinction.
Complete extermination.
You know, and because what the law said, if you accuse, because you're accused of our brethren. So it says if you accuse somebody of something and it's found that they didn't do it, well, basically you're gonna get you get that judgment.
Same judgment, yeah.
Man. Right. So you try to accuse the elect, man. Scripture says, who shall lay anything to the
charge?
Hey, it's the story of Mordecai and Haman playing out. He gonna get hung on the gallows for fucking with Jake.
Yeah, the Amalekites.
Yeah, the Amalekites. Yeah.
Hey, and you know, like the brother said, you know, the judgment for Esau is they're going to be exterminated forever. You know, so there was no other nation that the Lord said that about but them. You know, the Lord said that they're going to be exterminated, and even these so-called scholars, they know that. You know, and they know that. Even this guy David Guzik, he made mention of Isaiah 63, right? He said, you know, because they asked him, they put him on the spot. He said, well, Isaiah 63, what is that speaking about? Right? And he said, yeah, you know, the Edomites are still around. I'm just paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly how he said it. And because he said that's talking about the Savior, mighty to save. Yahweh Shai, when he comes back, he's coming to visit the Edomites. So that means the Edomites are still here. Right. The scriptures say that the Edomites are identified as the wicked. The scriptures say that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The people that have control right now are the Edomites. The last nation to rule would be the Edomites. And once they're taken down, once they're taken down, they're going to go into captivity and afterwards totally exterminated. That's right. You know? And then even the scholars picked up on it. The Zonderman said that they're the only nation that the Lord. Y'all got to bring it out.
This is that Zonderman Bible dictionary. All right,
bring it out, Joe.
Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scripture as the thing of great future.
Yeah.
See, notably Isaiah 34 and 5 and 6. 63 and 1.
Right, and they even no, you got it, brother. No. You know they're even quoting scriptures. Right. And he even wanted, because he was put on the spot. Yeah. See, one thing, as the elder pastor says, these Christians can't deal with prophecy. Right. You know, they can manipulate or try to manipulate the scriptures without understanding what it's talking about. That's it, because this is the indoctrination that fell upon the world when the beast came back into power and the whole world wandered after the beast. You know, so that's the consensus out there. But one thing they can't deal with is prophecy. You know, that's why you ask them to break down certain scriptures in prophecy, and unless they're a learned scholar, they're not going to be able to go into it.
Right.
You know? And the main prophecy that we're looking for now, outside of the MOTB and World War III, is the people that the Lord said will be ruling at the end. The last kingdom. Because when Yahushua comes back, it says that all those kingdoms are going to be brought to him in the book of Revelation. So if that's the case, we see everything playing out technology-wise, MOTB-wise, World War III-wise, the famines, earthquakes, you know, uproars of the people. And the Lord said that when he comes back, that's what's going to be happening on the earth. And we're witnessing that right now, coming in bunches and clusters. You know, so obviously that means that the Edomites will be ruling in this time. The Lord said that Esau is the end of the world. Bring it out, brother.
This is 2nd Ezra 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
If he's the end of the world, how the hell if he ain't here?
Right.
The script, I was going to add the scripture where you said there's no end of the people. All right. So Edomites are still existing today. He's the end of the world, and as the apostle said, the Yahushua is coming to visit them.
Yeah, and you know another thing that's happening too is that the world is starting to identify the small hats as the problem.
Right.
The whole world is compelled on them right now, including their own people.
Right.
All right, the whole world is compelled on them. Everybody's watching them.
Yeah.
And so I've never in my lifetime seen them get criticized and condemned the way this is happening now. So we know that this is prophecy.
Because the focus is on them. See, they used to be able to do dirt, false flags and all that, and be able to get away with it because the spotlight wasn't on them. Now people are starting to see, nah, y'all ain't gonna pull that shit on us no more. We see right through you. You know, you're trying to build sympathy for yourself, but you're the ones causing all the fucking grief on the planet. Yeah, hey, that's right. I like that. The victim villain. Hey, remember the dude when they was panting on the TikTok video? They were panting the camera, and he was just sitting there, and all of a sudden, when the camera panned him, he started act like he was crying, and people on the comment board cursing him out.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, this is Sirach 41:7. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake.
It wasn't me. It don't matter if it wasn't you, but it was you. Just in a different lifetime, in a different flesh.
And it's them now because they're not doing anything to overturn the situation.
Exactly.
Right? You're still in the penthouse. You're still going here and walk past niggas doing like this. You're still being a motherfucking cracker.
Still on the land that they stole.
Yeah.
You ain't trying to give it back. No, that was a horrible thing that happened to the natives. You know, as you're sipping on your, shit, on their land.
Right? And you go 10, 20 feet on the ground, you see native bones still under there. You go into the lake and you're up there fishing, you got cities under there. The drowned cities.
Oh, yeah.
They drowned Jake cities and so forth. Right?
Made lakes over them. Got rid of them.
Like that.
Hey, they made Central Park. Part of Central Park was a Jake thriving community back in the days. Seneca Village. You know, and they it's like it never existed.
Right. Yep.
You know, not just like the so-called slave ships never existed. You know, Jake was just here. So what's up with all this? You know, all all those plaques and different pictures and the slave ships that they show you. You know, in the movies. Of course, I mean it's just in the movies now.
The DuSable Museum is about 6-7 miles that way.
Okay.
Inside the DuSable Museum, they got chains that came right off the slave ships.
Where that come
They
from?
got anchors. They got the parts of pieces of wood where the slaves were chained. All that stuff is sitting right in that museum.
And
so they exist.
And what about the slave quarters that they still got up that people go visit? The plantations that people still go visit. Over there, in the ports over there in West Africa.
Fort Benjamin, Fort Levi, they still remnants of that over there now.
They even showed that in the show Snowfall. They went over there and they were sitting there on the sea
Right.
And by the gates of no return.
That's it. And what about the place where they were actually keeping them before they shipped them over here?
Yeah.
You know, all them things are still there. People still go visit it.
Right, Last Kingdom. No, not Last Kingdom. What's that movie with the bitch? She acted like she was the woman group of warriors. Woman King. Woman King.
I never saw it.
Yeah. But the Woman King. But even in there, they showed you Esau and the quarters and the slave quarters that he had there, and all that. That's in there. The Esau will show it to you. But if you don't go do your research, you're not going to see it. If you don't go back and look at the old maps in 1500s,
1783, there was a map made in what they called all of West Africa Negro. And so you had North Africa, South Africa, Sub-Saharan Desert, and then you had Negro.
And then you got in the Oriental Museum, which is not far from the Dusaba Museum. You'll see that the artifacts in there, you got Israelite stuff. They say it's all from Israel, and you got a pick. A pick. When have you ever seen an Edomite picking their hair?
Yeah, I never seen a small header remove his small hat and pick his hair.
With a pick.
While he's covering up his crown.
And then he got the pick in his hair, walking around with the pick in his hair. You know.
Then you can look up the history of the triangle trade, which was from the west coast of Africa. They traveled over the Atlantic Ocean, they brought it to the Americas, and then they took it from the Americas back up to Europe, and they went from Europe back down to Africa, and it was a triangle in a triangle form. So if it ain't no slave ships, then how do you explain that history, which is a Google away?
And how can you explain the charts that went from the transit follows that route to this day? To this
day. I'm sorry, brother Ace, but why did they so-called abolish slavery if slavery never existed? 1865, so-called Emancipation Proclamation. What's that all about? What's the Underground Railroad all about? You know? But no, slavery never existed in this country. Get the fuck out of here, man. But see, this is the thing. What they're doing is they're trying to, you know, so that to negate what we're saying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem El Shai in the scriptures, they're deleting shit.
Rewriting it.
Right. Taking away stuff up. Making people question if these things really happen or not. Because this
to remove evidence.
That's it. Because we're at the point now where this thing is becoming a nuisance to Esau. You know. So the only way they can do this, the new generation try to get them away from this, so that the older generation could die off and all this can die with it.
But that's the MO. They did it to us when we first came off the slave ship. They saw us speaking in Hebrew, Kumbaya, my Lord, and so forth. They said, oh, he knows too much. Split him, split his woman, send him over there, send him over there. And every subsequent, they will beat you for speaking in English. They'll beat you for reading the Bible. They'll beat you if you do anything that was contrary. It took 200 or 300 years for them to erase our history and our heritage out of our spirits.
And it said you shall discontinue from your heritage. Right? The only way you discontinue from your heritage, you have to separate the elders who knew who they were from the children.
That's right. That's right. I got it.
The Indian boarding school.
Yep. I got a precept that this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Because remember, once Esau came out of that prison sentence, they deceived the whole world. And they're trying to keep that same control that they had, but the truth is the cat's out the bag, dude.
That's right. They're trying to control the narrative still.
That's it.
And that's all this is about. And I had looked that word up in the Winston Simplified Dictionary, Encyclopedia Edition, 1933.
That's right.
And in that book, in the word
Bring
narrative,
it out.
it said control the story.
That's right.
That was one of the definitions in it. So when you say, oh, well, it's a narrative or the control, that's exactly what they're doing.
Right.
They're trying to control the story. They're trying to keep the story in line with their lives.
Right.
Job 13 and 4, real quick, whatever you got.
I got you. It's Job 20 and 27. It says that heaven shall reveal his iniquity and the earth shall rise up against him.
That's perfect. Because that's what's happening. Perfect. All right, on so many levels. And the fact that the nations are pointing fingers. Because right there in Boston, they just had a rally where they were saying, DTA to Israelis and Americans. They were saying, and the Edomites on the comment board, they were freaking out. They was like, this isn't in a foreign country. This is in Boston. Right. You're right. And so they were saying that, you know, in Boston. All right. That's not a good thing, man. Yeah. Not a good thing at all.
Yeah. Hey, and in 2 Thessalonians, it speaks about Esau being exposed before the Lord comes to destroy him. You know, this is the revelation right here. The Lord is using the prophets to reveal these devils, bringing out precepts.
Somebody get that.
I got it. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. So like the apostle was going into, the wicked is being revealed. The devil that the Bible speaks of is being seen. The whole earth is this the man? The whole earth is narrowly looking at this man and seeing his wicked works. And that he's the damn devil, man.
That's right, brother.
That's right.
The
Okay?
whole world looking sideways at him, giving them that.
Narrowly looking at him.
They all giving them that look, man. All right? Go ahead, brother. Bring them both out.
Isaiah 14 and 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
And it's a beautiful thing that we've gotten this far in prophecy.
Yeah.
We almost out of here because the world is starting to look at Esau as the prophet.
Right.
All right? Next one.
They're starting to use the term Esau, Edom more. That nobody, no Christian ever, I never heard that word prior to the truth. Never heard that. Now all of a sudden, everybody's bringing it out. You know?
Being revealed. This is the book of Job, chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value.
And your lies ain't working no more. Mr. White Man.
Right. Hey, we get ready to wrap it up, brothers. Bring out these last ones.
Bring them out.
I got something real quick. This is the book of Isaiah 47 and 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstone and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the river. So this place is getting exposed. You know, the Lord is using the prophets to expose this place.
That's right.
Right, Luke chapter 12, verse 2. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, right? Neither hid that shall not be known.
And take that personal too, men of the Lord.
Yeah.
The Lord sees us and knows everything. You can fool the men of the Lord.
Yeah.
So you can fool you fool yourself. You can't fool the Most High.
That's right. Hey, and the reward is coming.
The reward is
a reward is coming for the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, for them that stood so stiffly for the words and the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Right.
It's coming. You know, the Lord, at times it seems like, we might be forsaken. It seems like we asked out, but the Lord is coming. He's coming to give the reward to his prophets.
And the scriptures say,
possessing your souls.
That's it, bro. That's it.
and the scriptures say the Lord is not unrighteous to forget our works and labor of love, man.
Right.
So hey, we've been out here since we started. We've been continuously out here. We haven't taken no breaks. We haven't taken, well, I had to take a couple months off, because I found a new wife, or I'm trying to do this or do that, But we've been continuous, man. So the Lord is looking at that, man. The Lord is looking at that, man. All we got to do is continue going forward.
And he's allowing us to see the downfall of our enemy. Go ahead and bring it out, brother.
That's right. This is Job 27 and 14. If his children be multiplied, it is multiplied for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied, man.
Right.
Esau got an expiration date, just like America got an expiration date, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's all we patiently wait for, man.
That's
all
right.
I say.
Hey, so with that, we're going to give all praises, all honor, and glory unto God.